Hello again, YouTube. This is Propeller's London Style Porter. I've had this before. In fact, I've even posted a review of it where I was comparing different porter styles some time ago. Back then, I didn't know as much about beer then as I do now, but I think in that review I actually got a bad bottle of Propeller, based on the fact that a lot of people I've seen review it say that it's really good. And I know that I had it before then too, and I thought it was really good then too. But for some reason, for that review, I got a bottle that it was worth bumping down the sink. So I made a point this time to find a bottle that was brewed recently. It's now June 5th, 2011. And this was brewed in, given wherever that slash is, either the first week of April or May of this year. So it's not a very old bottle. So, I want to give this one another try. Let's take a look at it. Porter style is, of course, British style. London Porter didn't give that away. I don't know what will. It's similar to a stout, but not as heavy as a stout. It basically has the stout flavors, but is not as harsh and is not as heavy. So, after a pour, gives a nice chocolate brown color with a brown tan head with some fine bubbles. It generated a finger, but it looks like that's dying off, which is actually kind of strange given the fact that it's actually fine bubbles in that head. Yeah, it's almost gone. Oh well. Color-wise, that's almost opaque. Jeez. I'd almost say that beer is darker than Guinness. Guinness. That's kind of impressive for just a porter. Appearance-wise, it looks good. I like how dark it is. A little half disappointed by the head, but maybe I poured it too gently. Whatever. Let's take a look at the smell. Ooh. Nice hints of like chocolate and caramel. Definitely malty. Oh, lots of chocolate in that. That smells good. Ooh, I'm even picking up some roasted coffee. Boy, that's a nice smelling beer. Very pleasant. Yeah, I say that's got a pretty good smell to it. Nice. The smell is noticeable. It's not a very strong smell, but it definitely has. You can tell by just having your nose close to it that it's got like a caramel, very chocolate, with some light roasted hints of coffee grains, espresso notes and stuff in the nose. That's really nice. Wow. It's almost like sniffing on a candy bar. That smells pretty good. Makes me excited to take a taste of this one. Let's give it a try. Surprisingly light. There's a light bitterness that catches in the top of the mouth. And it feels like it's more of a... There is a hint of hops in there, but it's more of a roasted malt bitterness than anything else in the roof of the mouth. But it's not an incredibly bitter beer by any means. It's got some nice, definite malty character, where it's got some caramel and chocolate flavors throughout the mouth, and a little bit of a hint of like roasted coffee in the aftertaste, and roasted coffee tints in the back of the tongue. It's not very thick. I almost find it semi-watery. It's not a heavy beer by any means, but it's somewhat smooth, somewhat watery, and a bit dry. Yeah, that is kind of dry. Overall, pleasant. I think the lingering bitterness comes in. There's a lingering bitterness after you drink it that's kind of like a roasted coffee with a hint of hop taste. And it's not bad. I'm going to sit down with this for a bit and see what I think of it. I'll be right back. Okay, so what do I think of Propeller's London style porter? It's good. I do like it. It's got a nice taste to it, where it's got lots of tones of chocolate, lots of tones of like I love that coffee kind of aftertaste. Perhaps not quite liking the. It's almost coming off as a bit more watery. It's not as creamy or as smooth as like Fuller's London Porter. I've also recall like Pickeroon's Man's Best Friend is a nice thicker and more flavorful than beer than this. I'm still gonna give this a decent rating of 3.5 out of 5, just because it tastes good, and I would definitely recommend this for if you were gonna try it. But I'm not gonna. It's not better than Fuller's London Porter by any means, and certainly give. If you can find Pickeroon's Man's Best Friend, I'd say give that a try if you can. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5.